I want to thank all of you for coming today and taking your time to help me with my class. It really means a lot to me and I really appreciate it. And today I would like to present to you about courage, something that is very dear to me and something that I really care about. First, I want to ask all of you, do you feel that you have courage in your life? And why do you think sometimes it's hard not to have courage? Well, a lot of times you might have a lack of confidence and it will help you feel that you cannot have courage. Or you may feel that you have fear of embarrassment or making a mistake in your life. A lot of people also do not have courage because they have self-doubt. So again, I want to ask you, how often do you feel these feelings? When I was very young, my dad taught me to never let anyone tell you what you can or cannot accomplish. When I was very young, I didn't really know what this meant, but as I have grown older, I have learned how important it is in my life and how often I use it. To have courage, the definition is to have a mental or moral strength to venture, persevere, or withstand fear of difficulty. So that means that when you have courage, you are withstanding fear, but you are not letting it overcome you. A lot of you, I'm sure, have seen The Wizard of Oz and the Cowardly Lion, who is a great example of courage. By the end of the movie, he is looking for an object, a physical object, to give him courage. But then that is when he learns that he already had courage. He had been doing things even though he feared it this whole time. He thought his fear made him inadequate, yet he later learned that he was acting in the face of fear. As I was researching about fear and having confidence, I found a website that had great ways to help overcome that fear. They had a suggested 7 habits of people who have confidence. I want you to follow along with me as I go through these 7 habits. Number 1, project confidence and self-esteem. So this means even when you feel like you don't have it, you should still try to project it in your daily life, to project that you have good self-esteem, you can overcome things. Number 2, use your words to reinforce your confidence image. Give yourself a pep talk if you need it. You know, if you need the people to help you, meaning if you need someone that you care about to give you advice or help you move forward, then ask them. Number 3, be willing to accept compliments. Be okay with having a good self-image, believing in yourself, feeling good about it. Number 4, avoid self-promotion. Don't talk about yourself overly too much and brag about it. You don't want to make people think that you are trying to be something you're not. Number 5, keep the conversation positive. Always have a positive conversation with whatever the situation is going on. If you have fear, and you need to have confidence, be positive that you'll be able to overcome this problem. And counter doubt with positive action. Again, if you're going to speak positively, then we should act positively. Number 7, see everything as an opportunity. Everything we do is an opportunity to learn something. I found someone online that I had never heard of before, but apparently she's been on Oprah and many other great shows that she has a lot of great advice on life. I want you to follow along with me as I read this quote by Maya Angelou. Courage is the most important of the virtues, because without courage you cannot practice any other virtue consistently. You can practice any virtue erratically, but nothing consistently without courage. And that is true. If you don't have courage, then it's hard to act on your other virtues that you have, to live your life the way you want it to. Here's a video that I embedded into my presentation, but it's having a little bit of problems, so I hope it works. It's by Steve Jobs, and Steve Jobs was a very influential guy. He had a lot of great advice as well. He was the founder of Apple, but he passed away, and before he passed away, he made a lot of great videos to help inspire other people in their daily life.
Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become.
So Steve Jobs says, don't let other people have their opinion become your life. Don't let other people tell you what you can or cannot accomplish. Kind of the same thing my dad taught me when I was very young. It is definitely something I will pass on to my children. So I want to talk about why it's so important to have courage, and where in your life would you need to have courage? Well, that's a very wonderful thing about courage, that when we develop it and we learn how to have courage, it will help us in all aspects of our life. It will help us within our family, at work, and even in school. When you have courage, other people look up to you and they admire you for everything that you do. And when you have courage, you'll reach your full potential. Just like these two pictures, there's a little tiny tree that started growing from a seed, and it grew into a large, tall tree with all of these opportunities. Just think of the opportunities you won't reach if you don't try to have courage in your life. Here's one more video. I hope it loads. It has a lot of quotes by people who are famous, who have accomplished a lot of things, even though when they were at the very beginning, they were told by other people that they couldn't accomplish things, that they couldn't live the life that they wanted. I love that video because it shows you that all of those people had something happen in their life that made them, they could have given up, they could have not had courage, but they had courage and they reached their dreams. I want to leave you with a message on how you can have courage to help you change the world. You can follow along with me. It's by Jonathan from the same website that I found the 7 habits of people who have confidence. When you carry yourself with confidence, people are naturally attracted to that quality. When they sense your confidence in yourself, others tend to be confident in you as well. When you speak and act with conviction, it changes the way the world responds to you. This response creates opportunities that would not have existed otherwise. So when you have confidence in yourself, other people see it and they respond to you differently. It is how you can change the world by having confidence in your daily life. And that is the end of my presentation. And I want to thank all of you again for coming. It has really been helpful and I really appreciate it. Thank you.